Welcome back to High Mesa Standards. I'm Teresa, and this time we have Buckhorn, our gray collar male. He is a brindle pointed phantom parti, meaning the brindle color on him is on where the phantom markings would be, which is on the cheeks, the eyebrows, which he doesn't really have eyebrows. It would be on a bow tie if he had a bow tie, or his legs down here. That's all white, so you won't see it. So the only place you're going to see brindle on him is on his cheek. And that just looks kind of like salt and pepper freckly, not freckles, but more like a kind of a graying that's going through here. So it might make him look a little older than his age, you know, like if he's, because it's only on his muzzle. He won't have any brindling in his spots. Buck has been one of my top choices for carrying on the High Mesa Standards breeding line. I'm not so sure, I'm not completely convinced yet, so that's why I'm showing his meet and greet, because I haven't completely chosen. There's still a few things that are just out in the discussion, and I do need a couple of my mentors and people that I really admire their opinion on confirmations of the puppies to get to look at their pictures, which I have not sent them yet. Haven't had time. But he does seem to have a great confirmation, but I'm not sure that he is exactly what I'm looking for. So there's a lot of things that go into that question and into that decision. There's a lot of questions that go into that decision, sorry. And so I'm going to, sorry, I'm out of balance. There we go. So I'm going to keep contemplating. So if you were in the market for a boy, you're not going to be able to pick quite yet. And I'm so sorry for that, but it's to your benefit that you'll be able to see more about your puppy because I'm going to continue to assess them and assess him. So if you're in the market for a boy, just kind of hold on and, you know, just keep watching and just know that you're going to get an amazing puppy. And it might be Bucky, right? Bucky's an amazing boy, but he might not be what is exactly right for me and for my line. So if I don't choose him, it's not because there's anything wrong with him. It's because he is not the perfect fit for carrying on our lineage. And I want specific things that I'm trying to improve, and I might not pick any of the boys. I know that's hard to believe, but I might not pick any of them. If I don't find one that's the perfect one, there's no sense in me taking him. So, but so far he's doing really well. He did score low on, a 7, I should say. He scored a 7 on his sit and stand, and that was because he would not pay attention. And I had to scold him the first time because he almost fell off the table, and then we stopped that recording and we started over again after I scolded him, and then he didn't want to do anything because he was all bent out of shape. But that had to happen because you don't want to let him just stay out of control and not pay attention to you and get hurt. So he needed to focus. He finally did, but it wasn't like he really wanted to. It was like he was, I don't know, I can just feel it in an animal. He was like just offended. He was very offended. And so I will do some more training with him and see how he does now that he's learned what the rules are, and that we do not act crazy on the table, and that we need to pay attention to mom when she's talking, right? Master. Student. Okay, and that's the way it always has to be with a dog. Master, student. And when they start getting to be master, student, then you're out of balance, and your dogs will own you, and you won't be happy, and they won't be happy, because they need a master. They need somebody who leads them. A master is just a teacher and a leader. And so that's what they need. At any rate, I say all that to say I still haven't chosen. And so it might be a while, and I'm sorry for those people who are waiting patiently, very patiently on the boy pick. But let's talk about Bucky. Now, Buck has always been the one that wants to be the center of attention, and he is very outgoing. He is not shy in the least, and he is super smart, which I love all of those qualities. When the action overtakes the sense and he doesn't have self-control, that's when I have a hard time with him. I want him to be able to be very understanding that everything has to be done with self-control. And so if I can't get that out of him, then he's not a good candidate for breeding, because I want to breed a puppy that's got good energy, but also has an off switch and can have self-control. So that's just what we're looking for with him. So we don't know yet if that's what he's got. He could just be immature because he's young. And I say that with all the puppies, and it's true. So we just want to make sure that he is what we think he is before we make a decision that we want to pass on his genetics. So, and he's got to be, you know, there's so much more that goes into it. Even after, when he grows, he's got to be genetically stable. He's got to be, his bones have to be stable. His heart and thyroid and eyes all have to be tested. And then if all of these things come together and he makes a good candidate, then we consider breeding him if we have enough people who want a litter out of him. If we don't have a full list to make a litter, and I don't need a puppy to carry on his prodigy and our High Mesa Standards qualities and name, then he won't have any puppies. And that's just the way it is, right? Because we just want them to have great homes. My responsibilities are to him and to you. I want you to have a great puppy. I want you to have a healthy puppy. I want you to love your puppy, and that brings on its own problems sometimes, because you love them so much that if anything happens to them, you're just devastated. So that's something to think about too. These are our babies. I mean, we love them so much, and he's such a good boy. Yes, after I scolded him and told him, no, this is not what you're going to do, and I had to get really, really on him and get in his face. After that, he was a totally different boy. So I'm seeing that he's willing. He just didn't know. You know, he just doesn't know yet. So we'll see. That was his first training. And when in their first training, I don't expect them to know anything. They're brand new. And I'm the teacher. It's my responsibility to teach them. So I didn't expect him to know. I expected him to listen. And that is where we were having an issue. We were having a listening issue. But now he's listening to me. I can see that he's been listening to me while I've been talking. And that's really important. But he's very happy and bouncy and sporty. He's everything else that I want. But I do have to have some of my expert friends look at his conformation and make sure that I'm seeing that they see what I'm seeing and that I'm seeing correctly. So Buckhorn might be, Buckhorn, I call him Bucky. Buckhorn might be one of our candidates to carry on the High Mesa Standard name, or he might be a candidate for a puppy home. So we will let you know as things unfold, and as soon as I know, I will tell you. But here is Buck. He likes the water. He likes to play. He likes anything. He's just happy. He loves the cat. He loves games. He loves to carry toys around, so he will be good at all of that. He just is having a hard time with the self-control issue. So we'll see if that grows as he grows. And that is Buck, our brindle pointed phantom party. Gray collar male. He is a gorgeous little boy. Yes, he is. He is gorgeous. There you go. Bye.